Well, hello everybody. I'm Steve Montelli, and this is the first video of the new year where I'm going to focus on smaller, high-quality leather products done by just one or two man shops who have a real passion for what it is they do. This first one is from Ashland Leather in Chicago, and I really am not sure how I found this, but I'm finding a lot of great links to a lot of small leather companies. And this is a very unique looking wallet, number one. It's you can see how it's kind of offset. This side is more for cash, this side is more for cards. It's very simple. It's a Horween Chromexcel. Hopefully I'm saying that word Chromexcel properly. If not, I'm sure I can count on somebody to correct me on that, can't I now? So this is a brown Horween Chromexcel, and the interesting thing about the guys at Ashland is that they also work at Horween. I'm not exactly sure what their job is, but hey, if you work at Horween, you have access to some of the best leather in the world. And these guys have really, they have a number of different products, and this is the one that really intrigued me. I think they also have belts and watch bands, but this is the wallet that intrigued me just because of this offset kind of center design here. But as you can see on it, the stitching is real high quality. It's real uniform all the way around. And the great thing about this wallet, and you can see, let me step back for a second and show you that they say the Chromexcel is a pull-up kind of leather, meaning that when I first got this piece of leather, all this was the same color. And when I folded it, that's when it kind of pulled it tight, and it does something, the fat pops out of the leather, and this is the way that it turns out. It patinas very fast, and you really have to watch it when you're grabbing it out of your pocket also, because your fingernails can really scratch this up really quick. But the good side of that is if you take your thumb and you rub it like this for just 30 seconds, that scratch goes away. And the other real good thing about this wallet is that the odor of this is just incredible. I mean, incredible in a good way. I mean, you want to smell some quality leather, you just take a whiff of this baby right here. I mean, this smells like good leather should smell. So there's no skimping on the leather here. I believe the only leather better than this is the Shell Cordovan, which I believe they make those too, but they're much more money than I wanted to spend. This costs, I don't know what it costs, $49, something like that. But it actually holds all my stuff fairly good. Let me put some stuff in it real quick. Now what I'm going to do is, I've only got one bill here today, and I've got 3 cards that I'm going to put in the right. So let me stick that in because I'm using my actual stuff here. So I have to hide it from your prying eyes. So bear with me for 1 second here. So, okay, there is 3 cards in this side and 1 bill. And you'll notice it's not much of a profile change yet. It's very, very flat. Now this is not going to be as flat as some of the other ones. Let me stick some cards in this side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there. Now I've got 4 cards in this side, and 3 cards in this side, and 1 bill folded only once. So let's look at the profile here. And I've really gotten to the point where I'm not so worried about the thinness anymore as I am the overall quality. And that does not mean that I'm going to start going to saddlebacks and jumping all over those because, too thick is too thick, and I'm just the guy that can't take too thick. But I can take this just because, God, you know what? It's such a nice piece of leather work. Yeah, you can see how when you pull this tight, it gets much lighter right in there. I kind of changed cameras here, so I'm kind of testing out the iPhone video camera. So far, I'm not as impressed as I am with the Samsung GS4 video camera that I've been using. Doesn't seem to want to focus quite as well. But be that as it may, back to business at hand here. There's the thickness. You can see that the 3 cards and the 1 bill barely make a dent in this thing at all. 4 cards make a bit of a dent. Not a terrible dent, but it's more of a dent. And it's got to be folded just once. And if you'll recall a video that I did a few months ago where I reworked a saddleback small card case, a little business card case, and I kind of turned it into this kind of a thing, so I could hold cash on one side, cards on the other side. Well, this is sort of that, except bigger. But I have been working this, and I just kind of work it by hand because I tried putting the binder clips on it to kind of fold it down, and binder clips really don't do too well on Chromexcel. The Chromexcel seems to be a much softer leather than the shell Cordovan is. The shell Cordovan is some pretty sturdy stuff, and it doesn't scratch real easy, but the Chromexcel is not like that. But like I say, the cool thing about Ashland leather is the guys work at Horween, so I'm sure they just have the pick of the hides. But a real interesting combination of guys that work at a leather plant making leather products in their own business in their off hours. Real interesting combo of skill sets there. So pretty happy with this wallet here. It's a little thicker than I would normally go for. I would usually be complaining bitterly at this point about the thickness. You know, that's what I do. But I can take this. I really can. I mean, this is not terribly thick, and I understand that there's a minimum of cards in here, but I can live with it. And I'm hoping over the next few days that I can break it down a little more so that it stays pretty flat. I don't know if you can see the flatness there, but it stays pretty flat. So I'm going to break this down over a few more days and see what I can do. But this is an Ashland leather wallet. And what is this called? They have an interesting little name for this. I don't know, something like the Mighty Mo or the Big Joe or the Big New York, or something like that. I'll put a link down in the description. But it's a real interesting wallet, and they have some real nice stuff at Ashland. Check them out. All right, have a good day. Thanks for watching once again.